What's up guys, in this lecture you will learn CSS property position. It's a very much important to learn you this positioning CSS property, and you should know this is properly. In this lecture you will learn this position element from very beginning to the end. So let's start it. This is our web page. I have written this page to teach you this position element. All right, so here it is. Without further ado, let's straight go to our code editor. This is our code editor. Here you'll see index.html is our HTML documents I have written, and here a standard CSS I have written, and together I also linked this standard CSS in HTML document. So without further ado, let's start our using position element. Let's get our hands dirty. Here it is, and here you see this is box 1, box 2, box 3, box 4. We'll just work from box 1. So let's using it. First I'll use box 1. Here it is position. Simply this position property accepts 4 different values simply, but not also have more than that, but very useful is 4. So we start from very simple static. All right, this is a static position. This is a default value. So you know default value is if we don't write here the statics, the budget will automatically automatically do this for us. All right, so for learning purpose we will say this is we will here the statics element. All right, the statics means elements rendered in order as they appears in document flow. All right, so there is no meaning of using it or not including, that's the same thing. So now go to position absolute. This is position absolute. This is CSS position property, very useful. And when we use this position absolute, we should define the fourth property: top, left, bottom, right, offset from the edge of the elements containing the block. All right, if the element associating this class have margin, the margin will attached with this offset of the vertical of this edge offset. All right, so let's start using it. Top 0, left 0. All right, top 0, left 0. So now let's see in browser. Here it is a browser, and see here we previously mentioned that left value is 0 and top value is 0, but we also told you that if the box has a margin, then it will be applied to this edge offset. Here it is applied. So for more specifically, just box, this is our box 3. All right, this is our box 3. This box was at here. All right, so don't worry, we also here it is. What is box 3? This is, see here our boxed margin top is 30 pixels. Here it is. So we simply specify here margin 0, and see this problem has fixed. All right, great. Another important note, and now use it for box 1. There is no problem, but very simple it is. You also include here margin 0. Why, you know. Now here it is our another important note that you need to know. This is this box previously was at the same place the second box seated. All right, when we use absolute property, this property a floated property, like a floated property, and is positioned and its originals previous originals position has been replaced by other substituted this empties, because when it's come here this was an empty, and this empty splash has placed by these other boxes. All right, so this is very important. And let's now learning about relative position. All right, position relative. Here this is our box 1, and here our box 1 are is child of header text box classes or this element table element simply. Here it is. So when we use this position absolute, then browser while rendering, the browser find the relative position of this element, or from where this the edge is count, like this top 0 left 0, from where, right? If is parents here, where is parent is parents, this parent have not its position relative, then it will simply use the the Windows property by default relative position from the Windows of the browser Windows. All right, so now let's put here position relative position. All right, now we use position relative. Here you see this position has relative, and what does mean? This is this margin 0, and this is now from its top left corner of this box itself, of this parents itself, right? This is a parents. I have a background, very nice background color here to see you this effect really is, and this box simply overlapping these second boxes because this position was replaced. This is an like in plotted element. All right, here it is. Now see this second boxes in this reply of it, and it's from this top left, and simply we now remove this margin here box 1, and see now this is in now the right place, but sorry, left should be also margin top left 0, top left 0, left 0 is top is now as what is previously, here it is, and the left is here from there. All right, very important. And this is overlapping, so simply write your margin 0 and see this effect in here. This position element is really works. Now I remove these all of things together. Also another things for box 2. Let's see, position absolute, top 0 0 left 0. Now let's see here this second box also top value 0 and left value 0, and here it is. Great, right? Awesome. And the other box has to replace this position, or substitute this empty position by the others, and now each of our stack of others. So this is very important to learn. So now simply I take its normal and remove the position, and now we learn position fixed, and it's very useful also. Let's see in action. This is our menu. Oh, this menu is this menu here. All right, now we use here position fixed, here see this position fixed, and now top is 0, left is 0. Great. This menu top to left is 0 because we also told you that this margin is added with this edge offset. This is added here 10 pixels. This is what is right to this from here. This is margin top 10 pixels. We simply remove this and it will be solved this problem. Yeah, it is. And we not want to this in here in this place, right? So we just write here right, but instead of 0 pixel we want to be here 10 pixel from the top, and here also 10 pixel from the right. Here it is. See here Now see, when you scroll this page, this 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 menu was seated and not uh, scrolling with this page. This is position related to this Windows screen, right? This is position fixed. This is very useful for using for creating a mobile menu for responsive to use it. Also, you can use for a lot of purpose. This is position fixed. Great, looking awesome. All right, this is fantastic. And here I have a simple coding challenge to you. Yeah, is it? Make this circle, make this box a circle. All right. How can you do this? Right, just pause this video and try your own. And I think you have do this. So now here is the solution. Now here is your circle class. This circle class attached with the circle. Now which property will use to make it circle? Can you guess this? Yeah, it is border radius. Sorry, border radius. Simply 50%. If you don't familiar with this border radius, I have a lecture about border radius, rounded corner of border element. Just check this description of this video and you will find the links. All right, now let's see. This circle is now this this box is now a circle. Here it is, you see. Now we want to this circle text center of this circle. How can I do this? Yeah, we use very simple tricks here. Create first position absolute, top 0, left 0. Now previously told, when we use this position absolute property, then browser while renderings is fine. Position relative, if that find its parents, then it will take just use this browser windows. This browser windows is top left. This is here top 0, left 0. Here it is. So here our, let's say in our HTML, here circle is a parent of circle text. So now we simply write here position relative, position relative, and now see this is at this place. So we can here, this is top, left, top, right, anything here. But we simple ticks use right 0. Let's see, right gst right 0. Here it is right 0. All right, top 0, left right 0. Right, now we use simply tricks to center this edge. Here 50% from 50% from top, and also 50% from the left. Instead of writing left top, we can also by center this box by right bottom, but we usually use this way. So we see in this lecture in this way. So here it is. Now see, this circle text is now not that's properly centered, but inside this circle, how can we center this? Now from here is 50% of this box, this 50% from top to left 50%. So we should now use the half of this width to the left and half of this height to the top. So how can I do this? Here it is simple tricks using transform translate CSS property. Do you familiar with this transform property? If you don't not sorry, if you're not familiar with this transform, just check our video description. I have linked a video about transform, so you can watch that. All right, transform translate minus 50%. I will explain in a second. Don't worry. Don't worry. Here it is. Our here. This 50% means this is x horizontally, sorry, this is vertical value. Here it is, this x, this is x, and half of its width now, left side minus 50%, half of this width, 50% means half of this width, and here 50% means half of its height, it's from middle to to this top, push the top, and it's centered, looking quite elegant. All right, now I have another coding challenge to you. Yeah, that is, make it our logo with logo clutch like this, like this menu on this browser screen in this fixed position. Can we how can we do this? Can you guess it? Yeah, just pause this video and try to do this. Yeah, here I am. I think you have do it. So if we can't, no problem. So I show you, it's very easy. Here it is, just use here position, sorry, fixed instead of absolute, just fixed. Here it is, fixed, and this also specify this top 0, left 0, because these parents have no any position, no problem with that. So we use this, and from this browser windows, see, because this margin has something margin, so for this region this is from top to something here, and this have some relation. No, don't worry, you don't think so. And here is, now we add margin top to 0. How can I do this? Just to make your margin 0, margin top, yeah, it is here. All right, this is not a not this case, so this is not working for some reason. Don't worry, this is very simple. It comes to you by practice. Top left 0, we want to, from top to 10 is okay, but left you want to 10 pixels, 10 pixels. All right, so this is our logo classes. Or is logo, let's see here, this is our logo. All right, by default our CSS property has some margin space, so for this region this is not here, it's work. And also, so don't worry, this is not a problem. And now see, this is has fixed position and quite great. And here you see this text is quietly disappeared. So how can we see from here? This is right. There are HTML, sorry, there is a CSS property, very useful property using g-index. Here it is, g-index, just larger value 9. What does this work? Is stacked one of others. If you don't know, I will make a video with this g-index, but we cannot simply explain the g-index. We will use 3D 3D methods to see this great effect of it. Now let's see here in it. Oh, this color is now not a problem. Should change this color of it to say, oh, this color and this color same, so this is not a problem. We use not this color, so we use simply others class here. This, if we change this color to something, here it is our like this, not white. Let's see here in browser. Let's see, this isn't working. Great. So this color and this color is same, so we cannot differentiate between this. So great, we're not using this color, we use here the default this color here. So I think this section has completed. Oh, I am almost forgot to show you another great here. This is an oval, so we have another coding challenge for you, but not now, but some time later. This oval, should we make an oval? What, how can we make this an oval? All right, here it is. Just oval have a class with oval. So we use simply border radius is 50%, then above this width from top and from left, if you see this rounded corners tutorial in the channel, you'll very find this helpful. All right, 50%. Now it's show the oval. All right, so how can you do this? Now I have another coding challenge to you. So yes, that is, make this oval center of this oval, make this text center of this oval with the clutch oval text. So I think you will do this. I will not left worry. I will also show you the solution of it. But now pause the video and try to solve this. And I think you solved it. And now I show you very quickly. And here it is. Our position. BSOLT position absolute top 50%. I'll not explain now. I explain you during our right hours, and also we should here for a reference. Sorry, top not top position, and here just transform just translate minus 50% and minus 50% of the width of our this text. This is now it's work fine. So another very important note for issue for this position, if our element have no position, here see have no relative position, we use here relative. So how this work, here you see, here I show you position, sorry, position. All right, here's the position is relative. So what's happened, now we use top left, top maybe 50 pixels, left should be 100 pixels. Let's see what's happened. Now the position property is a relative position, so who is referring this text, it will not find a browser. You can use this browser's page. All right, now it will be find its reference, this element itself, right? See, it was previously maybe in here, so from top to here is how much I don't know, sorry, here is 50 pixels, and from left, all right, maybe it's take a left 100 pixels, we have some margin space, not the problem, this is here. All right, let's see now for this case, the browser while rendering, browser will see this is position relative, so yeah, it is a relative position. This position is relative, so this is the reference, the element itself, from top, bottom, right, and we can also specify another. So now top left, right, top. Now this is here in general, not this is here. Position will be reference of the offset of itself. All right. Another things here, maybe 100 pixels from here, maybe because this program has a margin left for this region. I also told you that the offset will add it with this offset h from here. That this also added. It is clear to you, but there's one another's positioned CSS property named sticky. All right, it's also streaky. It's named streaky and it's also streaky. Great. So let's see here. We'll talk a bit about this sticky element. All right. Is sticky, sticky, position sticky. So what does sticky stand for and how this worked? All right. A sticky positioned element is an element whose computed position value is sticky. It's treated as relatively positioned until its containing block crosses specified threshold. Alright, within its flow root. Great. At which point it is treated as stacked until meeting the opposite edge of it containing block. So what this mean? Let's see in action. So here is our I just before I just display none, and now it will be shown here. This is see, you see here it is. So now this is our sticky element, and we should reference of it from where it will be started. Top is we should top of it, we should here write top here. Top is our top is 0 pixels from here. Let's see, this is in here, and see now this is our sticky element. While when we cross this element, and then this sticky is behave like a fixed position, fixed element. When we crossed the element itself, the block element itself, and it's gone. This is stand for sticky. So it worked for this kind of scrolling element. So this is the sticky. I'm sticky here told it's very very great, right? Very simple. And I think you have cleared now using this this position element, and simply you can use this position element in a real world This is bring this lesson to a close. See you on next video. Take care.